Well, welcome back to Meet the Crew. We have a very special episode for you guys today because as you can see, we have a very special team. I think this team is probably one of the most important teams on our campus, and I do not say that lightly because this is our front office team with our two front office ladies and our counselor and our nurse. So these are the front lines, guys. These are the people that you see first when you come into our school. So that makes them very important for us and very important for you. Without further ado, we're going to start right in and we're going to ask the questions that I've asked everybody. Who is your favorite teacher? Who was your favorite teacher growing up? And I'm going to start with Miss Hosier.
I would have to say when I was in sixth grade, I had a young teacher. Her name was Miss Sumner. And I remember us begging her to tell us how old she was. And I think she was 21 or 22. And so she was just super fun, really passionate about what she was doing. And so we had a really great time that year. I just remember it really vividly.
Awesome. What about you, Miss Lester?
So my favorite teacher was my senior year in high school. It was Miss Cheryl Hines, and she taught molecular genetics.
Whoa.
The class that I really hadn't planned on signing up for, I was terrified, ended up being a blast. She made learning easy, fun. We got to replicate our DNA. I totally nerded out. So yeah, she was definitely my favorite.
The name of that class scares me in itself, so that's crazy. Okay. Miss Ornelas, how about you?
My favorite elementary teacher was in third grade. Her name was Ms. Nelson. I remember her. She loved turtles, and her favorite color was green. And it was really fun because her whole classroom was just full with turtles. I think that was one of my best years of school and one of my best teachers.
Awesome. And Miss Shaver, how about you?
I'm going to have to go with Coach Stanton at Euless Junior High. She's now the principal, and when I went there, she was the volleyball coach. But I grew up in HEB, so if there's any HEB teachers watching this, I love you all. You're all my favorites. Just shout out to Coach Stanton.
Yeah, that's great. That's why I like asking this question, because we are all typically here because of someone that helped us along the way. And yes, as we've said before, like we have so many great teachers we can choose from, but it's great to call out our favorites every once in a while. So speaking of school stuff, what was your favorite thing in the cafeteria growing up? And if you didn't do cafeteria, what was your favorite meal that you brought from home? And I'm going to start with Miss Shaver because I have a feeling I know what her answer is going to be because there's a theme. Miss Shaver, what about you?
Oh, now there's pressure to pick the right one. So in elementary school, it was definitely the chicken nuggets and mashed potatoes.
Okay.
But at Euless Junior High, it was definitely the nachos.
Okay. Well, all right. Good. Good for you for being different, because most HEB teachers that we have said the T-Bird. And so I've never had the T-Bird sandwich, but apparently it's amazing and it's an HEB staple. My wife herself loved it, so I'm not really sure what makes it so special. But great. Chicken nuggets. Can't go wrong with that. Miss Ornelas, how about you?
To me, it was the popcorn chicken. It was something that I always loved. And also pizza. Most of the time, I would always have my own lunch from home. I usually would have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and some snacks of fruit or something.
Awesome. Miss Lester, how about you?
So in seventh grade, I won a raffle and got free Little Caesars pizza for a year through our cafeteria. So sadly, I did not get tired of it, but that was my favorite year of cafeteria food.
Wow. So here's a question. Can you eat Little Caesars today as an adult? Yeah, I didn't feel good. That's great. Miss Hosier, how about you?
So it's so unhealthy, but in junior high or middle school, it's called middle school where I went. In middle school and high school, I loved to get just cheese fries.
That's a great one. That's still, yeah. I'm 35 and
They're
I still
so
love
good.
that. Yeah.
I know, I still do too. And sometimes like we would have Domino's would come deliver pizzas, so we could buy, that was in high school though, we could buy Domino's or Subway, and I like doing that too. I wasn't a big fan of like real cafeteria food.
Well, great. Okay, so I'm going to leave the school theme, but I'm going to kind of stick with the food theme with you guys today. I've been asking different questions to each team, but today I'm going to ask you, would you rather give up breakfast, lunch, or dinner forever? And let's start with you, Miss Lester.
I'd have to go with lunch. I love breakfast, so I'd eat like a giant breakfast and then have a really early dinner. And I think I could survive that way.
Okay. All right. Miss Hosier, how about you?
Feel the same way. I could totally give up lunch because breakfast is so different, like with the eggs and not healthy foods that we call breakfast foods, like pancakes and waffles and stuff. And then, I feel like if I was craving any lunch foods, I could just eat them for dinner and it would be fine. But usually lunch is like sandwiches and stuff like that, and I'm not always a huge fan. So
Yeah.
definitely I would give up lunch.
All right. Miss Ornelas, how about you?
I agree. I think I could also skip lunch. I love breakfast. I love pancakes and waffles. I can eat those at any time.
Okay. And Miss Shaver?
I agree. Now, can I clarify? Are we giving up the type of food, or are we giving up the time frame?
I think, to me, I read that as time frame. So I think
then
that
I would give up breakfast then. I would
Okay.
eat breakfast food for lunch. We call it brunch.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do too. Because there's so many times that I get up in the morning and I just don't have time to even worry about that. So yeah, I think I would do that with the asterisks that you added as well. Okay, that's all great. Now, our very last pick'em before we go today. Are you a cold weather or a warm weather person? Now, I'm going to say that I don't know why I live in Texas, because I am very much a cold weather person and I never really experience it here. I love cold weather. I'm very hot natured. So I'm very interested to hear your choices today. Let's start with you, Miss Ornelas.
I love hot weather. I'm a really, really cold person. I always have to have a blanket on with me. Like, even if it's in the summer, I don't know why, I'm always sleeping with a blanket. So I would say warm weather. I love it because of what you can wear. I don't know. And if you're inside, like, you can still feel fresh, but you're not cold. And with cold weather, I'm just cold the whole time. I feel like I can't do nothing because I'm so cold.
Yeah. Okay, Miss Shaver, how about you?
I am a cold weather person. I like sweaters and hot coffee, and you can always layer up. So definitely cold weather.
Yep. See, that's always my argument as well. Miss Lester, how about you?
Definitely cold weather as well. The layers. I love having a fire in the fireplace, hot cocoa, and just that time of year. It's wonderful. So
Yeah.
cold weather.
And Miss Hosier.
This one was really hard for me. I'm definitely both. Like, I love both, but it has to be the correct conditions. If it's really hot outside, I want like a pool to swim in and things like that. If it's really cold, I would rather be like in the mountains, be skiing. But I really appreciate both times. So I don't, I don't hate one or the other.
Okay. See, and if you give me a hoodie all day long, if I could wear a hoodie every day, then that would be
I agree.
prime time for me. So again, I'm not sure why I live in Texas, because I do not jive with this weather at all. So like today I'm sweating bullets and I'm barely done anything. So, okay. So that's all we have for us today on Meet the Crew. Thank you guys so much for being here, but also thank you watchers and listeners for joining us today. As I said at the top of this episode, these are the people that you're going to see the very first time you walk into our school. We are so excited to get to see you guys in the fall, and we can't wait to see you at Arbor Creeks. But don't forget to take flight.